I did it. I set it up.
Oh, you figured it out?
I almost wasn't able to set it up, but then I did set it up.
I was like, oh, you figured it out?
And you're back. You're not excited?
I always get nervous.
Oh, man. This is the Adrianna Returns episode. How have you been? Tell everyone.
Back to the future.
I haven't talked to you in so long.
That's a lie. We talk every day.
Nah. But welcome back to the podcast. Remember this podcast that you started with me?
Amnesia. Don't remember.
You were having a lull for a little bit?
I was just having my moments.
You needed to take some time to yourself.
Yeah.
Get back to your creative space.
Yeah.
And work through your creative...
My own creative wheel.
Well, you wanted to start making other sorts of videos, so we did. We made the makeup video.
Yes.
I don't know if we've ever actually talked about it. Did you like the video?
Yeah.
There was a lot of hesitation there.
Well, you know what it is? It's like, I'm just like a judgy bitch. Like,
oh my God.
I'm such
Wait, about what
I'm
though?
such a judgy bitch. Because you were going to make me look like a clown.
I didn't make you look like a clown.
Or I didn't allow you.
Oh, no, you mean like I was going to make fun of you?
No, like you were going to make me look crazy.
With the makeup, though.
Oh, yeah. Like
not like I was going to actually like make you the joke of the video.
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, I was like, what? I didn't do that.
No. But you learned some new things.
I think the overwhelming consensus was that I did actually a good job.
You did a decent job.
Most people were very surprised.
I mean, my eyebrows were not.
I have never done your makeup before, though. How am I supposed to know how to do it? I truly, like, I have a lot of respect for the beauty community in general because I know that, like, so much time must go into all those looks and ideas, and it's so expensive. Like,
it's very expensive.
Oh, my God. That shit is
expensive.
crazy.
I know, but you pay for what you get. You know how, like, you invest in, like, things that, like, you're really excited about and, like, you will, like, spend the money because you want the quality. It's kind of the same thing for makeup.
But I just think that from, like, the perspective of being, like, a woman or, like, a young girl, either way, like, there's so much buildup on, like, your beauty, like, being an equivalent to also, like, the makeup that you can, like, have and, like, provide for yourself. Like, you know, that's the thing to me. You like, you can definitely be a guy and have a good personality and pull, like, an amazing looking girl. Like, we all know those people. All that happens. You don't feel like that's true? You know that's true. I've seen some of the dudes you've been with. I know that's true. He better have a good personality. He ain't cute. Come on now.
Are you talking about Billy?
No. Oh, was he the other white dude you dated?
He was like the last white dude.
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago. But what I'm saying is that's definitely true. We've all seen those people in relationships where you're like,
yeah,
how is he or she? What? Don't try to play me. Don't try to play me right now.
You are literally talking about yourself right now. Bravo.
No.
The first step is, like, admitting and understanding.
No, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like, you can be a dude and have, like, no sense of style, be, like, kind of a weirdo, and just be, like, super persistent and get, like, the girl that you want.
There's this girl that
and it sucks that it's not the other way around.
There's this girl that works for me, and she is the sweetest.
Drop her name and home address.
I'm not doing it.
Oh.
But she is one of the sweetest people. But I think she's absolutely naturally, like, very pretty. And, like, we'll talk about no.
Oh.
We'll talk about, like, guys that she likes, but she, like, is going for, like, the geek. Like,
okay.
No style.
Respect, though.
Doesn't know how to talk to girls.
Do you think there's something about that, though, where...
And she's just like...
She can... like, because it's, like, hers... I
love that.
It's, like, hers to groom, like, hers to cultivate. Like, you start kind of with a blank slate, and
I think for her, too, like, she...
Do it?
She admitted, like, she's never really, like, dated a lot, and she has, like, one boyfriend now.
So it's, like, a confidence thing, too? Like...
I don't even think it's... maybe it could be that. I don't really know. But I know she really likes the geeky guys. Like, if you're geeky, sign up.
Honestly, like, a lot of, like, the porn stars that I've ever, like, followed or watched, like, which is probably a lot.
I'm like, a lot.
I feel like so many of them are all like, oh, yeah, I love, like, if I'm going to be in a relationship with a guy, I want him to be, like, the dude who can fix my computer and, like, go food shopping and, hang out with me and like watch cartoons. Like they don't actually want to be with that like jockey dude, because like that could be kind of annoying, I guess.
Side note to this though, going back on Nathan's porn obsession, you know it's real when I wake up and he's like, so I saw Adrianna Chechik. I literally, bright and early, oh, good morning.
It's because literally...
I saw Adrianna Chechik on Twitter, asshole gaping. I was like, good morning.
No.
Mine will not be doing that.
Listen, because when we go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. We go to bed very early because I get up early. So when I get up in the morning and I go on Twitter, which is the only place you would like see porn outside of like going to a website in my life, is when I refresh the page, it's still too early for any new content to be out. And most of the content that's on there is the late night content, which is when all these porn stars stop posting their OnlyFans link and it's her shoving a, tomato soup can up her asshole. And you're like, whoa, this is really aggressive for first thing in the morning. So then on Memorial Day, when I'm waking up and I'm next to you, I'm like, hey, guess what I saw? I never thought of it, but that's definitely true. I don't actually just be walking around at like 7 in the morning watching girls gape their assholes.
It was literally the first thing in the morning. Yeah, I just saw Adrianna Chechik.
Okay, you like her too, though. Come on.
I do like her.
I think it's weird if couples like don't. I guess if I was in a relationship with someone and like I watched porn and they didn't, and it bothered them that I watched porn, like that would be difficult.
I feel like everybody watches porn though.
You got to be on the same page. Do you though?
Yeah.
I think there's definitely people we know in our own lives like right now who probably don't go as hard. Oh yeah, let me just whisper the names of people I know into this life. Like no one
I'm really like trying to know it.
No, but I think you can have like a more like porn positive relationship than other relationships.
Oh yeah, I'm all about it.
Like you take it personally by that. I don't think that at all. Yeah, and I also think it's a very different relationship for men and women as to why.
Yeah, like those things don't upset me. I feel like some women like get upset if like their significant other goes and watches some
Why
porn.
do you think that though? Like what's the thought?
I don't know, because I don't get upset. I just get upset that I'm not included.
So you'd want to watch it with the guy.
Yeah, like yeah. I want to see it too.
But
or like if you go to like the strip club, I'm pissed off because I'm not there. That's why I'm mad. Not because you went. I'm not there.
But is it because you like? To me, I've always thought of that as kind of being like, I want to see it with you because I'm curious to know what you're interested in. Like, because maybe it's harder for you to like come out and say it to someone like what you desire and what you want in a relationship. But if I see what you're watching, and it's true, once again, truly like, hopefully it's coming from a non-judgmental place where you're actually trying to just like understand what your partner is into, like on Friday night and Saturday night. Maybe it's not Tuesday night sex, but it could be Saturday night sex. You know what I mean? Where you understand. What do you don't understand what I'm saying? Mm-mm. Like you can have the I'm tired, let's have sex on a Tuesday, but when I have more time and we're just hanging out on a Saturday night, that's when we get into the kinkier stuff that you'd want to get into. Okay, well, maybe that's just my dry relationship, but for other people that can happen.
I'm still tired.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, I've always thought that like the girls who don't want their guys to like watch porn or whatever is like, it's not that. I guess it's like you want to be the only like source of like attraction for this person. And I'm like, oh dude, that's like a downhill.
Oh, I know.
That's going real fast, real low. Like
quick.
You're going right into a wall. Yeah. Because I'm like, if everyone's gonna have all their desires, why wouldn't you want me to like get out that type of like imaginative like release that way versus me cheating on you? You know what I mean?
You
like,
would never cheat on me.
No, but I'm saying the universal you of a man. That's what I'm saying.
I was like, you would never.
Like, would you rather your man in real life just holler at anything that walks, or like take care of himself?
As long as he's okay with me doing the same.
Yeah, we're not talking about open relationships though.
Oh.
I'm not into that. I'm not doing that.
I know.
But you're not either. You bring it up a lot though, but you're not actually into
I just really like to flirt with other people. but I know that it's never going to go anywhere. I'm just a natural born flirt. I'm very flirtatious. Naturally.
Oh, is it natural? I don't know. You just use the word natural 8 times.
But I don't want to take them home.
Well, right, but I don't think that's different. Like,
okay.
flirting is... Flirting happens all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like, you do that if you're doing anything. We all use our attraction with other people to get what we want to a certain extent, right?
Do you?
Yeah,
do you know
100%. Yeah. What?
Oh.
You're a woman. You're going to tell me you don't use your natural sexuality in your everyday life to get things that you want? Whether or not you know that you're using it?
Yeah, I do. I do it with one person at work. Works all the time. All the time.
That's what I mean is like I'm not talking about like sexuality as in like I'm like I fucking you where I'm going to take this to another level. You just understand when you have like the natural chemistry back and forth, like an energy with someone, and you need something to go your way. You may be batting them eyelashes trying to get something going.
I do.
It doesn't mean that you're going to sleep with them. Like I wouldn't take that personally.
I think that would be really dry.
Well, I'm not talking.
Do you ever think about it though? Because like I do think about it. Like, yeah, I could
cheating
be
on me and fucking a coworker?
I'm not thinking about cheating on you or like fucking my coworker.
I don't think about that.
But like, you know when you like meet people and like you're being a little flirtatious, like kiki, but then I reflect and I'm like, well, they're probably really bad in bed.
What are the signs that would make you think that someone's really bad in bed? Like without knowing them at all?
Like the way that he carries himself.
Are you talking about one person in particular?
Right now, yes.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, overall. I'm not talking about that person.
I feel like somebody sometimes, like, if you're overconfident, like, I've dealt with guys that were, like, overly confident. They were mediocre.
Some of the best play that I've ever gotten in my life was because I was the dude in the room who did not feed in to the, like, guys talking themselves up. Like, I just allowed everyone else to like, talk about how big their dicks are and all this other stuff, and I was like...
I'm average.
I'm like, no, you think I'm kidding? But for real. For real. Some of, like, the girls I would have, like, never talked to my whole life is just because I was in the room and I was like, yeah, but, like, what about a, 5-inch dick? Like, what about that? And they're like, oh, you're a normal person. I'm more interested in you. Then, like, there's, like, 8 dudes in a room and 7 of them are like, oh, yeah. Nah, she couldn't take it. She couldn't take it. I'm like, bro, let's be real right now. You're all lying. There's no point in lying. Like, that's my thing that I've always talked I think I've talked to you about this too. Once again, I get this is just me. That's why I'm like, I love doing the makeup stuff and like, cause I think it's fun and I get that you want to accentuate the beauty that you want to show. And I think that's a really awesome benefit of being a girl. Like, I wish guys had more options like that. But the same way I'm always like, I don't really like girls who wear makeup. Like, I don't need the push-up bra, like, and all that other extra shit. I'm like, because that's not really what you're getting at the end of the day, right? Like,
oh no, you're definitely getting it. You're getting it.
No, but
it's
like, if you're wearing a push-up bra that makes your boobs look 2 sizes bigger, and then I'm with you, I never
understood those.
That's what I don't get either. I'm like, so I get it maybe
and this
for
is
like
coming from somebody who like wants her boobs done. Like, I want my boobs
but
done.
I understand that.
But like, I could never wear a double cup push-up bra.
Because
like,
then...
it would make me feel really uncomfortable.
Oh, why though?
Because my sexual being back in the day, if I wanted to like be a little promiscuous, like, it's like a football like hitting you in the chest. It's so much padding.
Oh, you mean it's physically uncomfortable?
Oh my God, it's physically uncomfortable. And then I'm like self-conscious. Like, do these shits even look like real?
Right.
Like, do they look like they're even mine? Do they look like balloons?
And like, most dudes are probably dumb enough where they're like, what? I don't care. It looks big. I like it. And you're like, that's what I've never understood.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know that's not real though. Like,
the funniest thing,
at least if you got your boobs done, they really are that though. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you are going to get that.
But then there's also, like, bad boob jobs. And that scares me.
That doesn't bother me as much, though. Like, I guess if you're going to... You don't have any... Do you have any control over that? Like, how am I going
to... You have to go to, like, the right person. But you know what really drives me nuts with, like, the boob jobs? Is when people get boobs that are so out of proportion for their body that you know that they're absolutely fake. That drives me nuts. And then also, like, when women, like, have this gap...
Oh, yeah.
Like, right in between
you hate
here.
The gap. Yeah. The two like
it makes
separate
me
balloon things.
cringe.
So
Like I cringe.
So what's the ideal boob job for you? Like
that they look so real that they're mine.
like perky and like what's the size?
Like
thing.
For me, like I would just want like a fuller cup. Like I have speed bumps. Let's get real.
Oh my
like,
God.
I'm not gonna deny what I have, and it's fine because I fit into a lot of things like naturally. Like I don't really have to ever worry about my boobs. Like they fit into fucking everything. It's nice. But then there's like certain things that you go to wear that you just want to feel better about yourself, and like you just don't have that. So for me, I just want like a full C. Like I want something that's very proportionate to my body. That if I was to be that size, like nobody would ever know the difference.
Right. Yeah,
like,
you don't want to go.
That's what I want.
Yeah, you don't want to go from A to double D.
No,
like,
no.
This is like
absolutely
a
not.
big change.
No, I just want something that would just be proportionate to my body.
But that's what makes you confident. I get that there's women who are like, hey, if that's what makes you confident, that's what makes you confident. I've always said that. I'm like, are you kidding me? If dudes had the option to where I can just make my dick bigger if I want to, what? You think there will be one natural dick out here? No.
Probably not.
No. Every dude would get their dicks done. That's why I'm like, who cares if a girl gets her boobs done? Like, anyone would take advantage of that if you could.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. It's the one thing I've like always wanted. I'm very like happy with myself. I think that's like the one thing that I've just always wanted.
Yeah. Why not?
What do you mean?
It's like what, $5,000, $6,000?
Depends on who you go to.
What's like a high end?
Like 10.
Really?
10, 12.
Is that just because you're paying for like the quality of the surgery?
Yeah, you're like paying for the doctor, their fees, and then you're also paying for like the anesthesia, the medication after, the aftercare.
Right. So it's just like generic version versus like the name brand version of getting.
Probably.
Because they're the same implant, right?
No, they have like different types of like implants that can go in.
Oh, right. So you can get it like.
Then it depends probably on how big you get them.
If you pay more, do you get like, can you heal faster? Like, can you actually get like a less invasive surgery? Like, do you know, is that a thing?
No, I don't know.
So you probably always like the same amount of recovery time.
I mean, I think everybody's different. Like, I have a natural high pain tolerance. Somebody who doesn't. Like, it might.
So you can shove them things right in me.
Shove them in. Get it done.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, that's what's up. I always told you, I'm super supportive of that. I'll buy one.
Thanks.
That's what I told her. I said, I'll buy one. Oh, but we have our big news of the day. We're expecting. Yeah. You want to tell them? Go.
You had to put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, we are. We're going to have a child.
Fur child.
It's going to be little. It's going to be little.
I'm like looking at you like people are going to really think I'm freaking pregnant.
But is it a dog?
No.
No. It's going to be a cat. We're getting a little kitty cat. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So what happened in your mind today to make this drastic change? You literally just woke up today and you're like, never mind. We should get a cat.
Because I knew I was never going to get a dog.
What? That is not true, dude. That's not true. Here's the thought process behind it. For real. Seriously. Okay. And maybe I'm full of crap, but it's that, look, see, she's already over it. She's like, that's bullshit. It doesn't matter. You're wrong. It's stupid. Da, da, da. The same thing with getting a dog is like, we're good in the situation now. And then when we're in a bigger place or a house or a bigger situation, I feel so, I don't want a dog to be in our apartment. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not enough room. There's no backyard. Like, that's gotta suck to be a dog in an apartment. Isn't that like the worst case scenario next to being like homeless?
No, because they have a loving family.
I know they'll have a loving family, but if you can, I get when people you live in an apartment and that's just that's your lifestyle. That's not changing because it's good for you. But for us, our lifestyle is going to develop and change. Probably sooner than later, even though you would say, oh my God, it's going to take forever. It might as well be.
Nathan just moves like a sloth.
This might as well be 20 years. No. Well, this is a separate thing. We get it.
Yeah.
You have patience isn't even it's none. There's no patience with nothing.
I think we should rephrase
nothing
this.
That
I am a woman who knows what she wants when she wants it, how she wants it.
And I'm a guy in the same way.
Just want it now. If I put my mind to it, it's going to happen.
But here's the thing.
And it's going to happen tomorrow.
Exactly. See, that's why life does not work that way. You don't get to, I'm not going to just walk and be like, oh, today I need this thing. And now I get it. That's why I'm like, yo, I am 100% down to get a dog. Absolutely. But getting a cat just allows us a little segue, right? It's an animal. I love cats. You will learn to love the cat because today you were going in.
Because I made up my mind.
You made up your mind.
It was one of those situations. I made up my mind.
Which is great.
And I just went for it.
And now
I don't drag my feet on it. Once this is going.
There is so much shade happening right now. What do I drag my feet on? A dog?
I mean, if you want to get technical.
Anyway. You're crazy. But we are going to get a cat. There are multiple cats that we've been looking at today.
Multiple kittens.
We're
going to start off as a baby.
Which I 100% agree with.
I want a baby.
Would you ever adopt like an older animal? Like just to give it like a happy life for like the last couple of years, or is that too depressing for you?
For me, it's too depressing.
Like you wouldn't want to get
naturally
like
just
an
get very
8-year-old dog?
attached.
Yeah.
Like I would get so attached to this animal, and then you're gonna croak on me. And then it's like, I gotta pick up my own pieces.
Well, we've never talked about this. Would you ever foster? Like truly foster? Like you taking a puppy or a dog for like, it could be a day, it could be a month, but like once it gets a home, it goes away. Like, would you do that? Is that a happy medium?
I'm too protective.
Where it's not yours, but you give this animal love until it gets its forever home.
I'm too protective.
Just like the cat we're about to get.
I'm too protective.
But as a happy medium, could you do it?
Yeah. I just wouldn't be happy about it.
I mean, I just think that like when I get a dog, hopefully with you.
I don't know who else.
I see the life of the dog being like bigger than what it is here. And you want like a bully pit. You want like a whole ass animal. This isn't like a little chihuahua, little rat dog running around.
You don't want one of those.
I don't want a chihuahua, no.
But I also don't want a dog where like I'm picking up some human sized shits.
Well, right. That's why you like the bully pit, because it's like
it's a
good between. Size. And I'm also with you. I don't like the long hair thing. I love the dog. I love how beautiful they look. Like I love interacting with other people's dogs that have the hair.
I can't.
But if it was
shedding.
mine, oh no, I couldn't live with the shedding. Absolutely not. No fucking way.
I couldn't fucking do it.
No.
It's just and like, even now, like we're getting a cat, and I like that's the first thing I'm thinking of. Like I'm literally gonna be going to work, and I'm going to be getting lint rollers because I refuse to live in a hairy mess. I'm not doing it. It's not okay. Then there's other things that run through my mind. Like cats like to, go in their their litter box, which is fine. But then they want to step on shit. Step everywhere.
Isn't that the same thing?
They want to climb on the furniture.
You take a dog outside, he shits in the ground.
Yeah, but they're on the ground.
He digs on there. He puts his nose in it. He comes back with mud. You got to wash him off. Give him a shower.
But they're in the ground, and they're on the floor. But then the cats be like trying to like pounce up.
Well, that's because you are used to. But cats are self-cleaning. This is the biggest thing for me. I love the self-cleaning animal. I don't want to have to take that
Nathan's
thing
lazy.
into the bed. No,
that's why we're not getting a dog.
I just want to be automated. If I'm cleaning myself, why can't you? The dog walking around smelling like shit.
I wonder if we could teach the cat how to use the toilet.
Like the TikToks?
Yeah.
I love those TikToks where the big dogs come up and they just throw their leg up on top of the thing, piss in the toilet, get over, put their nose down on it, flush it, and walk out. I'm like, oh, if I can teach my dog how to do that, I'll never be able to get another dog. Because if my other dog doesn't do that, I'll be like, oh, what
are you going
What the fuck is going on here? No, I'm not doing that.
I wonder if we could teach the cat how to do that.
You can definitely train the cat. The thing with the cat, the hard thing about the cat is, it's the same thing as the dog, though. When we leave, the cat's going to do whatever the hell the cat wants to do. But it's training it when you're here to respect the boundaries that it knows.
So how about this? How about like we take a week off when we get the
A
cat.
week off, girl? Who paid for the cat? Me? You?
We have time.
Oh, actually, I didn't even ask you that. Do we have to pay for this cat?
Yes.
How much is the cat?
We will find that out. We're adopting, so it's like not as expensive.
Oh, well, I was going to say, like, is it from a shelter or it's a person?
This person right now that I'm talking to is fostering the cat. So it's like out of a rescue. But she has like her own rescue of cats.
No, right. So it's from an animal shelter.
Yeah.
Or is it her own litter
It's
of
like
cats?
her own litter
of
like rescue.
Okay. No, see, that's... Yeah, no. Like, when we got Misty, my cat, R.I.P., we got her from the animal shelter. I think my parents paid like $50 just for the shots, and then they let us take her home.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like $100 or like $300.
Oh, okay.
If it is, I mean, regardless, I'm fucking paying for it too. But
I need a purebred. That's what I need. 100%.
100% what? Bullshit?
I wonder, do people buy purebred cats?
Is there such thing as purebred cats?
Probably. Like the naked cats.
Ew.
The hairless cats that are real nasty.
I don't like them.
Ew, I do not like it.
No. No. But yeah, so now we're considering. So let's clear this up. I am not expecting a child.
Mm-hmm.
I am not.
We are not with child.
We are not with child. I need to like very much so clarify this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Just not happening. But we are going to be expecting, hopefully, within the next like couple weeks, a little kitten that I'm very excited about. We've decided that when we go ahead and do a name, the name will be Chai.
Yeah.
Just because I love my chai lattes. They're like my absolute favorite.
So that's the only way to do it. I have to straddle this chair. Oh my God.
So our kitten's name, whichever we get, will be Chai.
Which I think is a great name.
It is a great name.
Do you want to release the name of the dog?
No, because we don't know exactly which type of dog we're going to get yet.
Oh, you're willing to break on the breed?
I mean, it's going to be really
She's like, oh, I would take it, but it would crush me.
I mean, at this point, like, he's gotten me to get a cat, so anything is possible.
Yes. So we're very excited to have the cat. I think the cat will be an awesome segue. My parents are getting 2 cats, so we're going to have 3 cats.
I know, but then Chai will have friends.
Which I think is important. That's the thing, like, when we want to go somewhere, I like knowing that...
We could bring our cat.
Bring the cat? Where?
Would bring the cat to your parents.
Oh, right. I was like, what? I ain't bringing the
Yeah.
cat on vacation.
No.
What the hell?
No. But, like, if we wanted to go to your parents, like, if we had a day off, we could bring the cat with us.
Yes, correct. Right. And bring it to them. They all hang out. I just think that I'll be ready for the dog soon. I feel that.
Me too.
But no, you would have got a dog with me the day that we met.
No.
You would have been like, oh my God, we're friends enough. Let's get a dog.
No, because
I'd be like, what?
the first thing you told me when we met, you
You're
were like,
crazy.
I'm a liar.
You're not giving any of the context. You're not giving any of the context to that story.
I just lie.
You can give
I
the
was like,
context.
oh.
Would you like to give the context of the
You
story?
are a liar.
Would you like to give the context of the
Would you
story?
like to give the context?
No.
So I was asking Nathan, basically, how he, like, meets females. Because anybody that really knows Nathan, this man can be awkward when it comes to the opposite sex.
I am appalled.
That's fine.
I'm awkward.
You can be.
I don't think so.
Like, I don't see, like, you're not going to go out of your way at a bar to go hit on somebody. That's not you.
Why does that make me awkward?
Because, like, even when we went to go see strippers and stuff, like, you were so awkward.
Well, yeah, but that's just like my capacity for like being out.
Exactly. You're out
That's
at a
just
bar,
me being out in general.
and
We could be at a strip club or we could be at a Denny's. If someone comes up to me and starts dancing around, I'll be like, bro.
Needless to say, though, you would never approach.
Yeah, no, that's not how I'm getting a girl. No.
And then he goes about, and then he was telling me, it's, if we're out in a group setting, and, like, I just happen to know you, but just know I'm a liar. I just lie. And I was like, oh.
That, once again, that's not the full story, but I understand what you're saying. The context of the story was, we were talking. Like, we were like, having just, like, a good conversation going back and forth. and then you asked me something to the effect of like trying to figure out if I'm talking to someone or like what's my game like, and you were trying to give me a hard time about it.
Oh yeah.
And then it came up to where I was like, I
just lie.
I like to, well, I can tell. It wasn't that I lie. It's like that I'll go along with the story. Like we were talking about when I was like on Bumble and when I was on Tinder and all this stuff.
Nathan does a really good job of this. Like Nathan, when
and
he
going
tells
back and
stories,
forth.
his stories are so interesting because he makes something that's like a peanut size, the size of like
That's what I mean.
The size of like a pineapple.
That's what I mean.
Okay, that's how his stories drastically like resemble, but yet are so extravagant.
Right.
Like he's a liar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not coming up to you and being like, I'm a millionaire, baby, and I got all this stuff. Like, I'm not going to lie about my lifestyle. But if I'm going to tell you the story, I'm going to give you the best possible version of the story. Like, that's what I mean. And you were like, oh, so that's not really how it happened? I was like, I'm a liar. I was like, yeah, maybe I lied a little, but like, the overall point of the story is true. But like, you gotta embellish it at points just so they understand. That was all.
Yo, he was like, I'm just a liar.
That's like that.
I just be lying.
And I got that. I got that from Pop because he was like, I'm a liar, a lawyer.
Why does that make so much sense now?
That's why. Because he also tells incredible stories.
If
I ever had Pop on here, no, that would never be able to happen.
But I'm thinking about like when you're old. Like
I don't think
like Pop, like if you would ever be as crazy as Pop.
Well, what I respect about Pop's my grandfather.
I love him
in the same way. Oh, 100%.
Oh my gosh,
everyone
I love
loves
that man.
Everyone loves Pop, but it's because
he
he's doing it to like he's living old life. Yeah. The way that you should, which is like, hell yeah, dude. What? When I'm 83.
He's like 83 playing pickleball.
Yay. When I'm 83, you think I'm going to care about anything? Bro, I'm stopping like way before that.
I love him.
And that's the best thing about like what Pop did. Perfect example, right? Had his own law firm in Philadelphia, lawyer, like super successful dude, family man, all this stuff. Now there's highs and lows with all of that, like everyone else's life. But that man retired at like 50 something. Mm-hmm. Like he worked for 25 years or whatever that was, 30 years more like it, because they, it was like way, way, way earlier.
Yeah.
Started working sooner. But then he's been retired for 30 years?
Yeah.
What? That's what I'm shooting for. Work for 25, 30 years, maybe, but then I want to get another 30 to do whatever the heck it is that I want to do. And you work hard and you sacrifice a lot, but then on the back end, like...
So even like talking with that, like your best friend is getting married. Mm-hmm. He is the best man in his wedding. Mm-hmm. They are extremely religious and they're very to their faith, which is absolutely amazing. I definitely, more power to them. I couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. But they're doing marriage counseling. And I definitely see like the good in that. But like, okay, what would you, like if I told you like I wanted to stay home and like not work anymore, like how would you feel about that? Like if we were in counseling, would that be like a red flag for you?
No. I've always like had a lot of respect. I've said the same thing. I mean, there's many people in my life very, very close to me who did that same sort of thing prior to making any sort of commitment to each other. And those are the best relationships of people that I like know in my life, willing to talk about what you want in a safe way before you make the ultimate commitment to one another. And if you can have that type of communication with each other, so you get that out of the way, I mean, I guess people do it for different reasons, but like I've been in therapy a lot of my life too. You just get to say, okay, this is what I need, or this is what you need, this is what we need. Because like the hardest thing, especially about like living with someone else, is that the compromise is intense, man. Like you really gotta be willing to
very true.
Fall on your sword a lot.
That's very
and
true.
Just shut up, suck it up, move on to the next thing, give it up, and go over it. So
that's like the hardest thing I think with us, like living together.
Yeah, and with the
because we are both people that just know what we want. Like,
You're
we just
strong-willed.
are. I'm so strong-willed.
Right, but
I
that
am not
that does
easy.
come at a detriment at a certain point. Like, you don't need to feel so strongly. I think that was some of the best advice that I ever got from my parents is that, you can fight tooth and nail over something, but at a certain point, you gotta realize who cares more. Like, okay, you care. I have an opinion on this, but you are going to be affected by this if this does not work out that way. And I get there's certain things in your life, whether you're making decisions about yourself or your children or your family or financially. And that's where I'm like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Counsel the shit out of each other. Make sure you're on the same page because it's like half of all divorce starts over money. Stuff like that where maybe you've just never talked to the person you're going to be with about what they want to do. I'm like, oh, 1,000%. Get on the same page about all that stuff so that when shit does hit the fan and someone is struggling and the other person may need to help them out, at least you know how to react to that situation. Or even if you disagree with their point of view, at least you already know what their point of view is, so you don't have to get that out of them.
Yeah.
I feel like so many times with arguments, it's like, it's almost not the argument, but it's like, why do you feel this way? Mm-hmm. It's the before. It's not the current. So if we're fighting about peanut butter, is it about the peanut butter, or is that you've been affected by peanut butter in the past? So you're way more emotional about this than I am. Yeah. But I take that as you being over dramatic, and you take it as me being insensitive. So if you're going to take the time to figure out the backstory, just speaking from experience here for us, maybe.
I'm like,
yeah, I think therapy and counseling is awesome. And if you do that prior to actually making the commitment to one another, then it's definitely going to make the beginning more fun.
So because you're Jewish and I'm not extremely religious, do we have to go to like a rabbi if we wanted to do that?
No, because I also I don't need to get married in a synagogue.
Oh, thank
God. I've already said that. I want to raise my children Jewish just because I feel that although for majority of my young life growing up Jewish and like going to Hebrew school and all that, I fought my parents tooth and nail over it. There's just the sense of identity that I get from being Jewish that I think is special because not everyone gets to be that. You're not, you get to at least be the minority to a certain extent.
Yeah,
you get to relate to something different.
Talked about definitely. Nathan was also like this is the only compliment he's getting from me. Nathan was a savage when we got together.
A savage?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
I will never forget. You literally looked at me and you were like, if you don't want to get married and you don't want to have kids, then we're not going to be together.
Yeah, I know what I want.
Like, straight up. I was like...
Yeah.
And this is coming from somebody who, like, didn't want that at all. I was content. Me, myself, little fling on the side, like, having a great time.
Man. No, I'm not
living
doing
with
that.
somebody, having, like, a lifelong partner, but, like, not having those commitments.
Yeah. Like, well, that's different, though. That's not
I was like, oh.
But that's where that's who cares more. It's like, you got to know that this is important to me. Like, this is what I identify with. This is what I want for my life. I'm not willing to not have that. So I feel like maybe I got to that point a little faster than other people, but it's because I don't want to waste your time and you don't want me to waste my time. Like, we don't want to go back and forth on this and guess. So like, I knew when I met you, I'm not really in this to do this as a fling. Like, that's not really who I am. So if you're really interested in me and you want to be with me, you should know off rip, bing, bing, bing. Like, these are the things that I want. If you want those things as well, then we can work to like figure that out together and then see if we work out. But like, if right off the bat, you're like, I'm never having children and I don't believe in marriage, there's no point in us being together. Like, if you're not willing to budge from that, then that's it. Like with the dog thing, I don't want a dog now, but I do desire an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's down the road. Give me like some time, compromise with me on it, but
I'm definitely like the pusher.
Go from there. Yeah.
I push the envelope.
Oh my God.
It's much.
Incredibly irritating. It's the most irritating trait about you.
I push it so much. Like, I'm the true definition. If you give me an inch, I'm taking the mile.
Taking a mile. 10 miles.
I'm taking it all.
That's why you got to be careful. But I also know that when I say something and she also likes it, I'm going to just throw that in there. Because then I know it's going to happen in 3 to 5 minutes. And that could be anything from like, oh, we need a house. She's like, oh, okay, great. I put in 9 offers. I'd be like, what? She's like, oh, yeah, I already pre-planned and I have them. So I put the deposit down on all 9.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, do we want to look at them? She's like, I've looked at them. That's who you are.
That is who
But
I
that also
am.
goes hand in hand when I'm like, oh man, I really need some chips. The next day, you'll come home with 19 bags of chips. And I'm like, oh, great. I don't need any more chips. We're good.
I just react. Like, I'm just like, if I know I want it, I'm just going for it.
Right. And that's where our traits are similar. Our personalities are similar. But how about you, to answer your own question? Like, would you go into some sort of like counseling or just couples therapy prior to like wanting to get married to someone?
Definitely. Like, I tell a lot of people I'm a lot. I know I'm a lot. I just told you I take 10 miles when you give me an inch. And if I strongly believe in something, don't get in my way. So I think that, like, even with us, I think we have ways of, like, things that we could work on. But I also know that, like, with us, we talk about a lot already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, talking about wanting to possibly ever raise our kids Jewish. Or, you know, where we're at in our lives with, like, an apartment to a house. I want the house tomorrow. Not getting it, and it's okay. But, like, doing those things and planning our lives out and talking about, like, if I wanted to stay home, like, let's say I had a kid, if I wanted to stay home for the first year, like, how do you feel about that? Like, right. How do you feel about that? What's that going to do for you? Like, you know, do you feel like the woman should work? There's guys that feel like the woman should work at all times. Like, if he's doing it, she should be doing it. Talking about those things. So we talk about a lot now. And, like, I think we don't go into depths about our finances, but we also know, like, we're not stupid with our finances. Yeah, right. I think we have, like, that mutual understanding. Like, we're not stupid with our finances. I think that'll change once it comes to us getting a house. Yeah. Like, I think we'll be more in depth about what that is and what that looks like. Yeah, you just have to.
But overall, it seems like we agree on it. And I guess my overall point from, like, your initial question about how you would feel about doing something that with me is that I have so much respect for any couples who are even thinking about their relationship that far down the road. The fact that you're that invested in each other, that's the ultimate thing. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, you want to take the time to
figure it out,
strengthen this bond between the two of you before you make any sort of, because let's be real, marriage is a symbolic gesture. Maybe it's a legal document. But,
I just think it's a legal documentation, but I'll take it. It's fine.
But yeah,
it means a lot to him.
But you're symbolically, that the symbol of saying I am with you is backed with the real word and work behind it, saying we've strengthened this relationship with each other. Now let's celebrate that moment. So that's why I'm like, anybody who's willing to do that and talk about it, whether it's like officially, whether it's counseling, it's a religious sense, or it's just you two sitting on the couch and just figuring it out together, like whatever that is, you are working harder at your relationship than most people probably are. Yeah. And the fact that you're awake to it, God bless you. Go for it. Do it 100%. 100%. I'm so for it. Absolutely.
Definitely down. I'm excited for their wedding.
Yeah.
Super excited. It'll be so
Weddings.
Shitty.
Well, nowadays, I hope it's so
up in the air because you just don't know.
Weird. No, they seem good though. They seem
great
with theirs, and I'm excited obviously because it means a lot to me. But it's so selfish. it means a
lot to me.
I'm so excited. But
because he gets to give his speech, and that means I get to watch him cry like 20 times as he recites it.
No, I'm gonna.
And then he's gonna ask my opinion. You're not gonna keep it together, Nathan. You're literally gonna cry in his gigantic arms.
Well, I think I'm finally at the point where it's probably not as full on like you are. Like, you go on your Instagram and everyone's having a baby. Like, I'm still probably 2 years away from that because there's like a slight age difference between us.
Yeah.
But
like all my friends.
But now my timeline is all marriage. It's just everyone getting engaged, being put together, and I'm like, I'm super happy for everyone. I'm like, but that's a lot. We were just talking about the like the idea that that expectation will be different weren't we just talking about this last night? Where it's like our expectation is based on our parents' expectation. And our parents' expectation was even then, I mean, our parents got married like fairly young. Like at our age, both of our parents were already well into their marriages.
Oh, my mom
had
had
kids,
me. Yeah.
everything like that. But
my dad got married at 23.
right, and we push it now where we look at each other and I'm like, I mean, I feel no hurry to get married. You know what I mean? Like you get married at 35 nowadays. I'm like, that seems normal to me. I'll be so interested to see what our kids see because their reflection will be of us where it's like
people are having kids
I don't need
later.
to get married at 25 if I want to, great, but like my parents got married when they were 27 and 29. Like there's more time to this. Why is there such a rush? Because you're probably gonna live to be friggin 80 90 years old anyway. Like I'm gonna have another 50 years to do this with this person.
I think it also just depends on I think it just depends on the person too because like me,
when you know, and that's like the best. I love seeing that in couples who are just like,
oh, like Adrianna and Tom.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like when you're moving in that direction so quickly with someone, but you're so sure. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, like
I don't
they
have that.
yeah. bought a house together after 6 months of dating.
Yeah, and it works.
And then got engaged 6 months later.
And it works.
And it works. Like my best friend Elliot. His parents were in the military and they got engaged 3 months after knowing each other and they've been married for 30-something years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
See, me, I want the house. Like
you're like, I want the party and the house and the dog and then I'm like, do you even want to be with me though?
That's me. Like I also don't need like this big extravagant wedding. Like I don't
think that any of the weddings we've been to have been like really extravagant. I just think they've been nice.
I also don't want to put $10,000 to $20,000 down on a venue and all these people. Like no, I'd rather just go to the court.
Nowadays that's what you have to do though.
You ain't gotta do nothing.
Well, you don't have to, but
we can go to the courthouse. I do love you.
No.
And then we can have this huge party in our backyard at our house.
It's an idea.
With
I just think
tents and everything.
I think the wedding. I think the wedding
that.
is more than just about us though. Like it's about like bringing of your families together.
They know about each other. They're together.
She's like, they know who I'm dating. They know. I feel you though.
There's
Absolutely.
no secrets.
I guess it depends on the money. Whatever you got.
I don't know. I'm just also the type of person that like if I want to invest in something like. Really want to invest in something and I feel like for one night like it's just not my type of investment.
But you'll remember it forever. What you gonna wear?
I'll remember it every time I literally wake up with your face right next to me.
You better be happy.
I suppose.
Don't be rolling your eyes.
It depends on the conversation the night before.
Don't be rolling your eyes.
I just never needed that. There's just so much. Like, we hear like I know I heard all my friends talking about their weddings and all this, and then now hearing, your friends talk about their weddings, and it's like the bridesmaids and the bridesmaids' dresses and the photographer and the DJ and the venue and the cake and the dress and the shoes and the tux, and I'm just like, ugh. Mm-hmm. Can I just be happy? Like, I don't want any of that stress. Like, I don't, honestly, if it was up to me, I just want to show up. I'll pick out the dress and I'll show up.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, no,
I will show up. I do. All the planning. I don't want to do none of that. None of it. I don't want to send out the invitations. I don't want to make the list. I don't want to do any of it.
We can do that, though. That can be the adjustment.
None of it.
That can be the adjustment. I think it's just about what's important to you. Like, where do your values fall? If that's important to you, then that's important to you. If it's not important to you, then you put it somewhere else. But at the end of the day, I always hope that whatever
we would have to do it because I know it would mean a lot to like our mothers.
Oh yeah, our families. That's what I mean. You can say that, but I'm not talking to your mom when you say I'm not having a wedding. What?
I'm not talking to
She'll
your
kill
mom
you.
Either. Your mom might cry.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
for weeks.
I do want that though. I would like a wedding. I think that's important to me. I know you're like, we can go outside and dig a little dirt hole and
I
burn
do,
our
baby.
vows and say, yeah. high five and suck me and let's go. I'm like, what? I'm like, no.
Isn't that crazy though? Like that means a lot to you, and I'm just like, I give two shits.
Well, right, but that's the thing where it's like, who cares about this more?
But then you know what really sucks, because this is also very much so me, is that like I don't want to do any of this planning, but I will never let you plan the whole thing.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You know,
like I also know me,
and
I have to put my opinion in. I'm like, no,
exactly,
not happening.
But remember, when you don't care, to be like, oh, I just want to do this because I care and I need it. You're like, no, that's not the point. You don't even care about this.
I know, it's really bad.
But anyway, I think that our cat, our fur baby, will be moving in the right direction. I'm very excited to move in that direction with you. I think it's going to be great. And it will also tell us a lot about our relationship. Because the more and more time you spend with someone, the things you get and the situations you put yourself in, you learn more and more about yourself as well as the person you're with and how you guys react together. And maybe the cat will be the thing that ultimately, you know, tears us apart, ends the relationship, and blows up in our faces. Or
I will get rid of the cat before we get rid of this relationship.
So like,
what?
Nothing was wrong before we got the cat.
Throw
it away.
Go. I'm kidding.
We're going back to normal. This wouldn't happen if we got a dog.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what?
Because the dog would love me.
No, I'd be like, the dog shits in the house. Now I'm going to kill it or you. So get it out. Oh, and as a final side note, the food things.
What about the food things?
People like from like Instagram and stuff, like when we've been putting it up.
Yeah.
Had several people like come up to me like, yo, you guys gotta like post that more and like put up pictures and stuff and like how you do it. So I know we did the makeup thing, which was the lifestyle video, which we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Now we're getting back doing another podcast, which I do love because I love to sit down and talk with you. Because we don't actually, sometimes I like know things we want to talk about, but a lot of this isn't, most of it is not pre-planned. We just sit down and start to talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So I think that once again, like figuring out how we can do some like food content could be pretty good.
The thing is though, is like you guys would really get to see like me, like I'm a controlling person.
I don't think you're that bad. You are. I mean, you have your opinions, but
no, when I'm like doing something, like I'm very controlling.
But you also want to do things well, which I admire.
Yeah, like
you don't want to do anything half-assed.
Yeah,
which is good. I think that's a good quality.
And I think what I tell Nathan, I was like, if I fuck it up, I can be mad at myself. Mm-hmm. If you fuck it up, I'm gonna be so pissed, and I just rather not have
Which
that.
is where we go back and forth because I'm like, well, I need to learn how to do it.
And
she's like, well, you can learn while you watch me do it right. And I'm like, oh, interesting.
I do. I get very like controlling when I'm just in that like moment. Ugh. I don't know if that's great for content, but
I think people like authenticity, so I think being genuine about it is all that really matters.
I was like, I definitely know.
And people love food, so
I love food.
Who cares? Like, let's just do it.
We literally have a whole dead farm in our freezer.
And we're making chicken and steak taquitos tonight.
Because it's your favorite.
So everyone can stay tuned. And we'll move on from there. Happy Memorial Day.
Snitches.
Love you.
Aw, that's cute.
Oh, are you not going to say it back to me?
I guess. Love you too.
You are the worst, man. You are the worst. Anything else to add? You can follow us on Instagram. LS1994. Adrianna Mendez with 2 Z's 92.
That's sad that you know that. I don't know that.
That's right. Follow it all. Hopefully we'll have you back soon.
Hopefully with a kitten.
That's right, yeah. Well, the kitten's probably going to take a little bit more time, but we can bring it back. Absolutely.
I don't know. I put on the application as soon as possible.
I need it today. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Peace.